All right, man. What's happening? Do actually, I was actually observing the super welterweight division, and I didn't really get to do a topic on Sebastian Fundora and how Xander Zayas, um, I believe is the mandatory now. But I want to share my screen because I wanted to look up some stuff, so I figured I'd do it with y'all live. And shout out to the ones that's gonna catch the playback. Uh, see, here's a little confrontation. Well, hold on. Let me restart. Make sure the audio good. Share audio. Okay, there we go. So Fundora beat uh, Cordell Booker like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He defended his unified status, and then immediately Xander Zayas, young Puerto Rican undefeated fighter, he steps in the ring, and I believe he's the mandatory for the. So I saw this video before where Xander asked the champ Sebastian Fedora for a face-off, but what I didn't notice, I just noticed it now. I guess the sister was the one that was kind of like, you see her face? Nah, come on, we don't have time for this. Come on, let's go. She didn't really want Sebastian Fedora to stop and entertain Xander Zayas with the face-off. Um, I'll be honest with you, I don't like the energy around Fedora. Like um, the decision to wait for Errol Spence when he had an opportunity. I felt like you wasted a lot of time. He could have been super, staying active instead of waiting on an injured guy who had just brutally got demolished by Bud Crawford. He wasn't. It didn't seem like he was entertaining the Bud Crawford option a year ago. Um, in his post-fight interview after defeating Cordell Booker, he did mention guys like Xander Zayas, so he did call out his name. I think he mentioned some other guys, but um, I'm not sure if he even said Murtazali's name, but he's a unified guy right now. But it just seems like uh, they don't want Fedor to get into any type of confrontations. It's just got to be this nice guy image the whole way through. And there's some times where boxing fans just want to see, you know, um, these face-offs. This is to promote the fight. So I don't think that his team should be acting real stuck up. I felt like it was real kind of slick how they, you know, how he even got his title shot when he fought Tim Tszyu. He was coming off a knockout loss to Brian Mendoza and got his opportunity still to fight for the WBO. Then of course the WBC, you already know how they do. They just threw their belt in there. Um, Coming, I believe, because of them stripping Jamel Charlo, they just threw the belt in there. If I'm not mistaken, it was just weird how they pretty much threw that belt in there with the Tim Tszyu fight, just the same way they threw the belt in there for Canelo's fight versus what's that dude he fought, man? I can't think of the guy he fought, but it was some weak ass dude. Same dude that think Anthony Andre Durrell had fought or something like that. One of them Durrell brothers had fought the guy, and they ended up throwing the belt in there. Um, I don't know if it was when he fought Smith or when he was getting ready to fight that. It may have been for the Smith fight. I'm not sure, but WBC. My point is WBC be doing funny style stuff, and this guy's unified. But I just thought it was just like it's funny style how um he ended up getting both belts for that Tim Tszyu win. But here he is. He's unified. Let me see. You could tell Zayas is kind of tall too. He about like what 6'2".
Yes, of course. They didn't want to do face off. It's all right. It's part of it. We'll get it going. We'll get it going.
Let me turn him up. He said,
It's all right. It's part of it. Yes, of course. They didn't want to do face off. It's all right. It's part of it. We'll get it going. We'll get it going.
hopefully they do get it going. Hopefully ain't no bullshit politics on the Fedora side. I believe he's going to be considered the A side when this fight happens. Hopefully it happens this year. It's been enough stalling and marinating and waiting on the Fundora side. This guy has two belts now, and yeah, mandatories definitely should be due by now. And if Zayas is the next guy up, then this fight needs to happen this year. Um, Time will tell if he's actually ready for Sebastian Fundora. Um, my personal opinion that I think he has a good chance, a really good chance to beat Fundora. Fundora, you know, um, defeating this Cordell Booker guy. Cordell wasn't in there to win the fight, man. I watched that fight. Cordell Booker, that was a pathetic performance. He just seemed like he was just happy that the fight was over. When Sebastian Fedora stopped him, he was hugging the team. It was, hugging and kissing and shit. I'm like, come on, man. Well, um, you're supposed to be in there to fight and dethrone. It was two belts, man. You could have won two belts that night. But you're trying to fight on the outside with a guy who has a longer reach than you, and it's a fucking what inferno, as they say, towering inferno. But this guy, Xander Zayas, is not that much shorter than Fundora. I mean, Fundora is clearly taller than him, but it's not that huge of a difference. You know, I believe that if Zayas fights at the correct range and puts pressure on Fundora, he can get him out of there, man. It's not like we haven't seen it before. We have seen it before, man. Let me see if we can look at some footage to back up evidence that this man there is a blueprint on how to beat. Oh, here we go. Shout out to YouTube. Whoop, whoop. Y'all seen that? He if you catch Fundora with a good shot, he probably won't even get up. You can have him stretched out like a pile of tree branches, just like this, if you catch him with the right shot. Um, Brian Mendoza put him down, and he didn't get back up. What was it a left hook? And that's Fundora's problem. He be in there sometimes in the pocket with shorter fighters and giving them nothing but chin work. You should have started Seawalker right there, like dude did on Wilder Brother. But it is what it is, man. He did bounce back, but that's the thing about it. From this knockout loss, he got a title shot in this next fight. The politics in boxing, you know. No one coming off a knockout loss should deserves a title shot in the next fight, man. You know, so I believe that they've kind of manufactured this guy along the way, man. They have, seems like there has been, an agenda to push this guy to the top. I mean, he's already starving himself down to a low weight class. When clearly, if the guy ate right, ate properly, in my humble opinion, he probably should have been at 168 at the lowest, man. Light heavy. You should be up there with Dimitri Bivol, Benavidez, David Morrell. Better be at work, man. If we being honest. But this man wants to starve himself to 154 pounds to be a unified champ. And I just believe that um, it's going to catch up with him, just like it caught up with him in this fight. You know, who else had him in trouble? What's my boy out of Florida? The one my boy Jamil Charlo fought, man. Damn, niggas be getting their ass whooped. You forget their names and shit. But anyhow, man, Fundora, there's a blueprint on how to beat him. Xander Zayas, I don't know. Like I say, we got to see if he's really up for the test. And if he is up for the test, oh, look, Errol Spence. Oh, 2 months ago. Yeah, man, if he's really up, Erickson Lou, I can't even think of the homie name. But yeah, Erickson Lubin almost got him out of there, man. But he be having them jabs. He got the jabs cracking. Let's go to his box rec right quick. This is not gonna be a long video. I'm about to wrap it up. 22 wins, one loss, one draw, and he's been knocked out. His loss, of course, like I said before, came to Brian Mendoza, and where he was stopped. What round was that? Seventh round knockout. Since then, he had a split decision win over Tim Zoo, TKO victory over Cordell Booker, who wasn't shit, and yeah, man. Hopefully, BoxRec will update this pretty soon, and we'll see Sanders Zayas up next, man. Because I already think this Dawson Street Fighter looking dude, Sebastian Medora, is a hype job. That's my opinion. I think it's just a matter of time. 6'5", southpaw, 80-inch reach. Somebody is going to definitely get him out of there again pretty soon. I think that only so long. It's only going to last, but so long. Just throwing these little jabs and uppercuts. Somebody's going to catch you again, man. Maybe it will be Xander. I don't know. But speaking of Xander, let me go check out Xander record. That will be a Puerto Rican versus Mexico matchup, which probably should sell. I think they should put it in the Barclays or New York, somewhere out there in New York for the Puerto Rican fan base, or or Texas or Cali. Either way, it'll sell. People know who Xander Zayas is. He ain't no household name or nothing, but in the boxing world, we know who he is. He got Teixeira on his resume. His last fight was in February, Valentine's TKO, ninth round over Slawa Spomer, who was 20-0 at the time, out of Germany. So I think it's the perfect opportunity, man, for Xander Zayas. I mean, he'll be able to fight for two belts, man. Get in there with Fundora, catch him with one of them nasty left hooks or something, line him up. So yeah, man, if I had to bet, I'll put my money. I wonder how the odds are gonna be when this fight get made. But I think I'm gonna put my money on Xander, man, for the knockout. Late knockout, 7/8, somewhere around that range, 7/8 round. Because I think that Fundora's chin ain't all that, man. One good clean shot in them knees is out of there. So yeah, man. We gotta see. We gotta see. For the ones catching this, y'all let me know who y'all favor in that fight, man. Who do you favor, Fundora or Xander Zayas, man? I think it's a good fight, man. Tremendous fight. He got an LA hat on. Is he from LA? Let me see. Where's Sebastian Fundora from? I think Xander from New York. Let me see. Oh, he's born in Puerto Rico, Xander. But I think he reside on the east, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Oh, he moved to Florida at 11 years old. So maybe Florida. But let me look up Fundora's background. Anorexic Unified Champ of the World. Oh, he from Florida too? Says born in West Palm Beach. Oh man, take the LA hat off, homie. The hell? Niggas do that shit. I only wear hats where I'm from, bro. No, I'm lying. I'm a Pittsburgh fan, so I do wear the Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna lie. But still, man, that's for sports purposes. Maybe a Dodgers fan or something. So let me stop. Um, yeah. Anyway, man. Like my personal thoughts on Pandora, I think he's okay fighter, man. I think he's his reach and his height and reach is his advantage over smaller fighters, and that's why he's had the success he's had. Um, Along with a couple of politics here and there, man. Him getting favorable opportunities over people who really deserved it over him. I just feel like when you get knocked out, you don't deserve a title shot after you get knocked out. That's a no go for me. But given the circumstances, he did what he had to do. He beat Tim Zoo, um, fair and square. Tim Zoo just had was fighting. Two battles. Fighting Fundora and fighting Blood that kept dripping in his eye and ultimately cost him you know the fight because he couldn't see well, and them jabs was definitely meet and greet. So yeah, but my opinion is that he just I want to see the more the meaner side. They don't want him to have no confrontations. He smiled a little too much for me, and yeah, man, it just seemed kind of fabricated in my opinion. And I just think it's a matter of time. So um, if that fight gets made, I believe that will be the time for Xander Zayas to shine and get two belts, man, and then make the 54 division interesting and exciting at the same time. Whereas it's like, man, damn, now Xander Zayas is the top dog. But you know, the Towering Inferno, I don't think he will be on top that long. But congratulations for the success that he's had so far. Um, I believe that his sister is going to be a champ for a long time, though. She can scrap. Him, on the other hand, not as skilled. I believe that he just has the gift of height and reach, and but he makes too many mistakes for me. Too many mistakes. So we'll see. We gotta see what happens, man. Best of luck to these fighters. I believe it'll be a great matchup. See, UDX, what up, homie? Let me pull up the chat right quick, real quick, like before I get up out of here. He said making sure his opponents don't have time to size him up. Right. He said they be jumping up like they Lil Mac from Punch Out. Yeah, man. But shout out to you, the X man, who pulled up. Um, also want to shout out before I get up out of here, man. The ones that's caught the playback, man. Shout out to the playback gang. Give us y'all thoughts today, man, on this matchup between Sebastian Fundora and Xander Zayas. Who you picking in that fight? Who's your money on? And yeah, man. Hopefully they get that fight made. Shout out to the WBO for ordering this fight because I believe they already did. Let me see. Just before I get out here, let me double check. Let's see. Let me share this with y'all so y'all can see. It says right here from Sporting News. Sebastian Fundora ordered to defend WBO super welterweight title to mandatory contender. Uh, damn ads and shit. So officially been ordered. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yep. So it's been ordered. It says two parties have been allocated 20 days to reach a deal before the fight goes to purse bids. So we should be approaching it because let me see, that fight was Fundora's last fight. Okay, so yeah, on 22nd. So yeah, man, we should be hearing something real soon. So yeah, that's really all I got for this one. I'm BHP. Shout out to everybody that